Alright, let's dive right in. Today, we are plunging headfirst into the gritty, neon-soaked, and totally epic sci-fi world of Rapture. We're gonna follow the story of one man who just completely flipped the script on his entire universe, Baldur Rane. And it all kicks off with one single, chilling line. Just think about that for a second. That one line sets the entire tone. It gives you this picture of a universe where complete silence is way more terrifying than any noise. It's that deep quiet right before the storm hits. This is the sound of a world right on the edge.
Okay, so our story starts on Rapture Station, and I want you to just forget everything you think you know about gleaming, perfect sci-fi cities. This place is a massive, overcrowded tin can that pretty much smells like it's dying. We're talking failing life support, everything is recycled, and there are 1.4 billion people all crammed inside.
And you really need to get this to understand Rapture. It's not one city, it's two, stacked on top of each other. Way up in the spires, you've got the elites breathing clean air, making all the rules. But down below, in the underlevels, well, that's a constant, brutal fight for survival. Crime, pollution, decay, you name it. This massive class divide is the engine for the whole story. It's a powder keg just waiting for a match.
And this is our guy, Baldur Rane. Look, he is no hero not at the start. He's a product of the underlevels, sharp, cynical, a smuggler who knows exactly how to navigate both of these worlds. The only thing he's loyal to is his crew and his next paycheck. He trusts nobody, because on Rapture, trust gets you killed. Simple as that.
So how does a street-level smuggler even get a shot at changing the universe? Well, it all comes down to a single piece of tech, something that's supposed to be a gift, but it ends up igniting his entire journey and completely rewriting the rules of his reality.
So Baldur's on this routine, high-stakes smuggling job, and he gets his hands on this case. It's supposed to be just some cold, dead tech scrap, but it's not. It's humming with this weird energy, a dead giveaway that this is something ancient, something powerful, something from a long-lost alien race called the Alfar.
And inside that case is Vara. And believe me, this is not your phone's smart assistant. Vara is a living, ancient artificial intelligence. We're talking about the consciousness of a being way beyond our understanding, and it's all packed into a simple little wristband. It's basically a key to secrets the galaxy forgot ages ago.
I get this. Valor's first words to Baldur aren't some friendly hello. Nope, it's this chilling, urgent warning. He finds out his sister, Noella, and her kids are being targeted, and in that one instant, his life of just simple smuggling jobs is completely over. He's been thrown into a much, much deadlier game, with players he can't even begin to imagine.
So now, with the insane intelligence of Vara basically whispering in his ear, giving him every secret on the station, something new wakes up inside Baldur. Ambition. A whole lot of it. He's not just trying to survive anymore. He sets his sights on the very top, the presidency of Rapture Station. And his plan is just audacious. With Vara feeding him the moves, he launches this lightning-fast political takeover. First, he uses blackmail and every favor he's owed to bring the rival crime syndicates together. Next, he leaks rock-solid proof of President Axel's corruption. Then, he hijacks every single screen on the station to talk directly to the people. And bam, he makes his move to seize power. It's a masterclass in how to start a revolution.
And this is the moment where things get completely wild. During this live showdown, President Axel pulls a gun on him. But Vara does something that should be impossible. It shifts Baldur's consciousness a whole 10 seconds into the future. So he's able to just casually walk up and take the gun from a president who's basically frozen in time, all while the entire station watches. It's a move that makes him look less like a rebel and more like a god.
And just like that, it works. He wins. The Senate makes him the acting president. But as he's standing there, on top of the world, he has no idea that the chaos from his coup was like a dinner bell ringing out across the empty void of space. His victory has gotten the attention of something ancient, something huge, and something very, very hungry.
Okay, so the political games, they are officially over. That whole fight for the presidency was just the warm-up. The real war, the one for the survival of every single person on Rapture Station, that's about to begin.
So what was listening? What kind of ancient horror gets woken up by a little political drama on some backwater station? Well, the answer is so much more terrifying than just aliens.
They're called the Draugr. And here's the truly chilling part. They aren't an invading army from another galaxy. In a very real sense, they are your dead. Amplified, weaponized. They're the souls of humanity's own dead, twisted into cosmic horror weapons, and they are driven by a hunger that just cannot be satisfied. So where did they come from? It's a tragedy that humanity brought on itself. It all started with this discovery on an old world called Midgarthus, a Terran reality they called the Maw. Instead of being careful, they got greedy and tried to use it for energy. Of course, this led to a total catastrophe, one that didn't just kill billions of people, it literally compressed their souls into a brand new, evil law of physics. The Draugr are the ghosts of humanity's biggest mistake. And this is the cost. Before they set their sights on Rapture, the Draugr consumed an entire world called Thyrn. Now look at this number, 412 million. That's not a casualty count, that's a population. An entire world, just erased. That is the scale of the threat that's now knocking on Baldur's door.
So how in the world can you fight back against your own weaponized dead? To even stand a chance against a threat this big, Baldur learns one last mind-blowing secret from Vara. Rapture Station isn't just a city, it was built to be a weapon.
The whole station was built by those ancient Alpha for a single reason, to be a seal. It's a massive, complex weapon system designed to create these energy fields that can literally block the Draugr from entering our reality. It can't destroy them, but it can starve them. It is humanity's last and only hope.
But of course, there's a catch, a huge one. The seal needs a living human mind to act as its anchor, basically to pilot it. And this puts Baldur in front of an impossible choice. He can stay himself, stay human, and watch everyone he knows get slaughtered. Or he can fully merge his mind with Vara and become the living heart of this ancient weapon. He can save everybody, but he risks losing his own soul in the process.
When Baldur hesitates, totally horrified by this choice, the full Alpha intelligence, the being called Ver-Ial, says this incredible line to him. His hesitation, his fear of that kind of absolute power, his deep desire to just stay human, that's exactly what makes him the only person who should be allowed to wield it. In the end, his humanity is both the price of winning and the reason he's the only one qualified to do it. And that leaves us with the final, huge question of the whole story. It's the question Baldur has to answer while the Draugr are closing in. To save what it means to be human, do you have to sacrifice your own humanity? The answer to that, well, that's the very core of Baldur Rane's story.